Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. We learn not in the school, but in life. All cruelty springs from weakness. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. As is a tale, so is life, not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. No man was ever wise by chance. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. Only time can heal what reason cannot. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. Life is like a play, it's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. Leisure without books is death, and burial of a man alive. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. A sword never kills anybody, it is a tool in the killer's hand. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. Life is long if you know how to use it. It is not the man who has too little that is poor, but the one who hankers after more. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. There is no genius without a touch of madness. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. I am not born for one corner, the whole world is my native land. Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good the books are which you have. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. He who spares the wicked injures the good. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him; if stronger, spare thyself. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. To win true freedom, you must be a slave to philosophy. Of this one thing make sure against your dying day, that your faults die before you do. There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. What progress, you ask, have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself. No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity.